Hey guys, Yop here, and today I'm going to be giving a beginner's guide to making your character in DC Universe. I'm going to tell you about all the different powers and what's right for you when you're making your first character in DC Universe Online. First of all, you will come to the world selection. It doesn't matter which one you pick, because you can change it in-game. You can walk over to a phase changer and change at any time you like. So first of all, we've got the PvE phase, which is a player versus environment. This means you'll just be facing no other real players. You'll play alongside them, but you won't actually have to fight them. So it'll just be you and NPCs. In the PvP environment, you're going to come across other players in the PvP environment who are going to kill you, and you can try to do the same. But as you're leveling up, I don't recommend the PvP phase, because anybody can come up to you. The person with the best gear in the game and the highest level come up to you, even when you're level 3. A person who's level 3 can come up to you when you're level 30, and you can fight them. There's no restrictions. You go out there and it's just defend yourself. And if you get KO'd, you respawn back at a rally point. But you don't lose any money or drop any items or anything. So if you'd like to level up in PvP, go ahead. We're just going to choose the PvE phase for now, for the sake of making this video. Okay, so now you come to the character creation section. You can pick whether to have a male or a female character. This does not affect your stats in game whatsoever, so go ahead and pick whichever you like. I'm just going to go for male. Now you get to pick the sides of your character. Anything from this tiny guy up to this big guy here. There's 3 different sections. There's a spark section, which you're a kind of a small, thin guy, so you can go for different heights. Then you've got a striker, which is an average sized player, again tall or short. And then you've got brute, which are the big guys. These don't affect stats in game, but if you're going to be a tank, I recommend going for the largest, because it's easier to tank as a larger character. Because, as I explained in my earth tanking video in Paradox, when you're tanking against a pillar, as a small, because I'm the smallest guy and I'm tanking, the enemies jump over your head because you're too small. So for the sake of this video, I'm just going to go for the top one again. Now you can select a template. You can go inspired by, which, as you can see on the right here, you can pick a already made hero or villain that you like, and you can be the same. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this for the moment. So you can be inspired by Superman and Batman. Here. You can be inspired by Catwoman, Lex Luthor, Joker, Flash, Wonder Woman, Deathstroke, Bane, Cersei, Beast Boy, Mr. Freeze, Green Arrow, Steel, Martian Manhunter, Green Lantern, Sinestro, Black Lightning, Livewire, Geoforce, Terror, Captain Atom, Major Force, Eclipso, Spectre, Atrocitus, and Guy Gardner. Now, as you can see, when I change between these guys, your stats on the side here change. So you will be if you pick Atrocitus, you will be a villain, you will be rage, tank, flight, and a brawler. So it picks everything for you. So if you don't have time to make one yourself, you come over here and it does it for you. For now, we're going to go to custom, so I can show you in more detail. Now, you can be a hero or you can be a villain. Now, this does affect the missions that you receive, the people you play with, and like different environments, and also the HQ. That's what I'm looking for. The headquarters where you spend most of your time as a level 30. As a hero, you will be in the Watchtower, which is a nice place for heroes. As a villain, you'll be in the Hall of Doom, spending most of your time in there, because that's where they hang out. Once again, I'm going to choose hero for the sake of the video. Now, your personality. This does not affect too much at all. It affects how you stand, as you can see here. Serious, you stand like that. Primal, flirty, and comical. This also affects a few emotes that you can do, such as slash dance. So as comical, you do a comical dance, flirty dance, primal dance, serious or powerful dance. Same as if you do the rude gesture, they're all different. Just going to click the top one again. But it doesn't affect any stats in the game. Just how you stand and you act. Now this is... Your mentor's also important, but not really important. Because it only affects a few missions. It'll affect like... You'll start off in different areas. As Wonder Woman, you'll start off in Little Bohemia. As Superman, you'll start off at Midtown Metropolis, I think. And as Batman, you'll start off in Gotham East End. It will affect a few missions that you do to get to level 30, but after that, it doesn't matter too much. So I'm just going to go for the top one again. This is the most important decision you're going to make. Okay, your power. There are a number of powers. There are 4 different roles. There's DPS, healing, controlling, and tanking. You want to decide whether you want to be a healer, controller, or tank. Don't worry about DPS. Any power can DPS. But there are specific roles for healing, tanking, and controlling. Now what you do as a healer, is over here, you keep your allies alive, you heal them. Which is fairly easy to understand. As a tank, you will be taking all of the damage so that your team members can sit back and don't die. So if you're tanking, you take aggro, make sure everything attacks you and no one else. And as a controller, you will dictate the course of battle. You will give power to your teammate. It's like mana in other games, but it's called power. And you also stun enemies and use crowd control effects to make sure people don't die. So let's run through the powers. I'll run through all the healing ones, then the controlling ones, and the tanking ones, and talk about them a little. Celestial, as you can see by the... Yeah, I'll show you the animation. It uses light, the power of light, to heal, obviously. As its healing power, you can see over here. Using divine blessings and unholy rituals. What Celestial does is you use combos. So say you press power number 1, and then you tap left click, or melee, or ranged, and it will combo into another power. So you need to learn combinations for Celestial. On to the next healing, which is electricity. So keep your allies alive with jolts of electricity. What you do with electricity is there's no special mechanics like Celestial, but it is nice for healing in like large PvP groups. It's good for healing in PvP more than anything. Celestial's a nice general healer, but I personally don't recommend it for healing. You can if you like. You stand there combo, and it's an easy way to heal. But electricity is better for PvP than PvE, really, I'd say, and for large groups. We'll move on to nature is the next healer. You use vines and what does it say over here? Elemental forces, which is about right. So what you do, as you can see in the... You'll do animations such as that one you saw, and you use leaves and stuff, and plants. You can spawn plants to eat people, and you use lots of healing over time. So HOTS. You use a lot of healing over time, and then do a big burst heal at the end if people get really low. So the special mechanic with nature healing is your pheromones, which if you check out my nature healing guide on my channel, you can see I explain about how pheromones work and how to get the best out of your healing loadout for nature. What you do is you use pheromones, which promote healing over time, and then you use another power if people get really low on health, which take all them pheromones that you've released into the air and gives an even bigger heal overall. So nature is my favourite healer. It's good for PvE mainly. Maybe PvP, because you've got healing over time. You can run over someone, heal over time, go somewhere else, heal over time. But I definitely recommend it for PvE, personally. And the last one is sorcery, probably the most overused and favourite of the healing powers because of its simplicity. You can summon occult pets to do your bidding, and it looks quite nice. It's a nice looking power. You use magic to heal people, pretty much, and what you do, no really special mechanics, but once again you can grant yourself a golden soul aura, which promotes 10% extra healing, I think, or something along that lines. I'm not a big sorcery healer myself, so I don't know all the mechanics, but it's a nice, easy, laid-back healing power for both PvP and PvE. You summon a pet, which heals people. As long as you give that pet power, it does a lot of the work. And you can also pop down a big floor circle, a big circle on the floor, which does massive healing over time. So you pop that down, give your pet power, and then boom, you're sorted. Okay, let's move on to controlling. Like I said before, controlling, you give your allies power so they can keep doing damage and healing, etc. And also you do crowd control effects like stun enemies, etc. And you can even activate a group shield. So here you can see his gadgets dictate the course of battle with ingenious mechanical weapons and tools. So what you do with gadgets is you use, like Batman uses, you use gadgets to stun people, do damage, and all that good stuff. So I'll show you the animation. There you go. He's putting a shield up on himself. You can get that shield. That's one of the powers. The gadgets is good. Very good power. Easy to use. Awesome. Going to light. Light is another control. You know, Green Lanterns, they use the power of hard light to do damage and control. So you'll be summoning big light constructs, big green constructs, or yellow if you're a villain. So if you're a hero, you get green light. If you are a villain and you choose light, it's yellow. So depending on if you're a hero or villain, it doesn't make much difference. It's just the colour. But it's a nice power. It has the same mechanics as Celestial, here or there. You can use a power and then combo into another power, which combos into another, into another. With Celestial, you just combo into one other power. With Light, if you get the right combo, it's infinite. You can go infinite without using any power yourself. But obviously it's not going to be as fast because you're getting free combos. But you can technically use your light powers forever without using any power, if you get the combos right. It's good high damage, good for controlling. Here's Mental, next controlling power. I'm known as Mental YopCC for a reason. I was Mental for a long time until I changed to Earth because I got bored of controlling, wanted to try tanking. Anyway, this is irrelevant to the video. Mental is my favourite controlling power. I love it. Even though all the animations look exactly the same, I'll show you. They all look like that. Oh no, sorry, that's the different one. They all look like a purple beam coming from your forehead. And then there's that one. They all look like a purple beam coming from your forehead. Every single friggin' animation looks the same, apart from that one it shows you here. But nevertheless, it's a strong power. And it's fun. It's just fun to use, I thought. So, here we go. Use Psychic Power or the Sheer Force of Will. Last of all is Quantum for controlling. You can see the animation here. You use Quantum. Bend space and time at your will to control your enemies. As you said, it's a really nice looking power actually. It looks quite cool when you use it. I've never used it in full, but I have used it and it looks really nice, and I've seen other people use it. It's a nice power. Also again for controlling, stunning, etc. Does all the same as the rest of the powers, and it's cool. Okay. Last of all, we go on to tanking. Now tanking. We have Earth, which is what I've just changed to. Now the mechanics of Earth is to aftershock and absorb damage. Now you aftershock, like I show you in my Earth tanking video, if you want to go ahead and click on that after you've watched this. Such as the shield, you activate Gemstone Shield, you keep tapping attack and you make it stronger. The shield gets stronger the more you aftershock it. Until you take no damage from using that shield. Obviously until the shield breaks. But it's a really nice power. You work on damage absorption. So when you're tanking, you absorb damage. With the loadout I show you in my Earth tanking guide, you permanently absorb 50% damage, which is amazing. It's lovely, lovely power, and it looks nice. The animations are brilliant. See here, looks awesome, right? There's the Gemstone Shield, and there's some rock armor and reinforced hands, I think. So it's an awesome power. Choose it. I'm joking. Choose whatever you want. Fire. Fire is not self-explanatory. For tanking, it's you heal yourself. So you have a massive amount of health, and every time you use a fire power, it heals yourself. So you get healing from yourself and from the healers. So you get twice the healing, and you have massive health, which is good in its own way. But I prefer not to do it. I prefer to not take damage in the first place, if you know what I mean, as opposed to heal a lot. I'd rather just not take any damage to begin with, which is what Earth kind of does, but kind of doesn't. Okay, so fire, heal yourself, awesome. There's ice. There's ice. Ice is the next power. Check it out. There you go. So, fire, ice tanking. This is the ultimate tank power. It is the most overpowered, and everybody uses ice for tanking for a good reason. You have six power slots in your tray, so you can hold 6 powers at once. With ice, you have 1 pull to get aggro, and then 5 shields. So with 5 shields, you don't take damage. Okay, which I said when I was talking about fire. Not taking damage in the first place is the best way to survive. Obviously, if you don't take any damage, you can't die. And the little damage you do take can be easily healed by the healers. Because if your health is shooting down quickly, the healers have got to struggle to keep up with you, or have to have fast reactions. If your health's going down slower because you're not taking any damage in the first place, then the healers have got more time to react and heal you back up to full. The ice is a brilliant power, using ice obviously to prevent damage. Last of all, we have Rage. Rage is an awesome power. It has a nice mechanic to it, but if you're healing Rage is their last power. I'll show you the animation. Rage is the last power, and this is a very nice power because it has a cool mechanic. But I don't like healing a Rage tank because it's difficult. Because what Rage does is you activate a massive heal. It's not an instant heal. You heal every time you take damage. So if you're on full health and the Paradox Tyrant is coming up and he's hitting you, you take the damage, but your Rage power instantly heals it back up to full health. So you take the damage but get instantly healed without the need of a healer. Okay? So you never ever die unless you Rage Crash. Okay? Now what happens if you Rage Crash is all that damage which Rage has healed for you, self-healed, you take all that damage at once as one big hit and it one-shots you. Okay? All that damage is just healed, will just, at the blink of an eye, kill you instantly if you can't handle your rage. Now, to prevent rage crash, there are ways to do it. You use different powers to stop the rage crash from happening. So it's a very, very nice power if you're skilled with it. Okay? So it just means you don't even need a healer. But as a healer, healing a rage tank, it's awkward because you'll see as the rage tank's health going down, but of course he's healing himself, so you don't know as a healer when to heal him. You shouldn't have to heal him at all, is the point in rage tanking. But obviously, not everyone's perfect, so you do. Anyway, that's enough of that. For the purpose of this video, I'm just going to click the top one again and go for Celestial. Now, your movement is very important. You can go for flight, fly around like Superman, acrobatics like Batman, or super speed like the Flash. Flight being the slowest but most manoeuvrable way to get around. Acrobatics being the fastest and probably the most awkward to get around. And super speed being very fast still, but at the same time it's kind of easy, kind of not easy to get around. You can jump from building to building. Acrobatics has got zip lines, fly so you fly around. It's just easy to get around as flight. It's the easiest way. There's no sticking to walls or crashing into stuff. A super speed, if you're going through a small tunnel and you're not completely accurate in where you go and you end up spinning around the tunnel and walking on the ceiling and going backwards, and it's awkward. So I recommend flight for new players, super speed for PvP players, and acrobatics if you like Batman. So I'm going to click flight for the purpose of the video. Now your weapon. Don't worry about what weapon you pick now. Don't worry about it. Your weapon doesn't matter until you're level 30. You'll use the same weapon up to level 30 obviously, but to be honest, just when you're leveling up to 30, mess about with all the weapons. Okay? Have a play with all the weapons until you find one that you personally like. The bow, of course, is a bow. Brawling, use your fists. Dual pistols, dual wield, two big swords or axes or etc. Hand blasts, you use. Let me show you a very good animation actually. Let me turn this guy around. Let's see if we can get him centered. There you go. You kind of saw a blast from his hands, of a blast of energy. That's what you use. Use blast of energy like a magician would. So you pew energy. Martial arts, you use blades and do martial arts. One-handed is a one-handed sword, or obviously axe, or whatever. It's a one-handed weapon. Rifle is a big gun. Shield is a shield like Captain America. I should say Wonder Woman. Sorry, like Wonder Woman. Staff. That's not a very inventive staff. The staffs look really cool in the game. They look a lot better than this stupid stick. But they look awesome. Two-handed is a big-ass weapon. Okay, big sword, big hammer, big axe, big whatever. It's got a hammer here. Okay, so I'm just going to pick bow, top one. Next, costume. This is the last thing for you to choose. You choose what skin you want. You can be a leopard. Let's be a leopard. There's not much of any interest. You can have a look at them yourself. They don't affect any stats or anything, just how you look. You can also change your skin in the game. So don't worry about this. Your hair, you can also change your hair in the game, funnily enough. So we're going to go for no hair because we're a cat and cats don't have loads of hair. Next, your gear. You can choose what you have on your head. As it loads, loads of different styles. Once again, you can have a flick through these. They don't make any difference to stats, and you can change them in the game. Your face, your emblem, your chest, your back. You can change everything. You can change everything in the game. So let's have a suit. On your back, once again, you can have whatever you want. Let's have a backpack. On your hands, once again, anything you want. Legs, anything you like. It's just messing about. You can change everything in the game. Okay? You can change your style and everything for free. You will change your style. I change mine every week. You know what I mean? I get bored very quickly and I change my style all the time. Evidently you don't need to look as stupid as my character right now. Next, colours. You can change your colours at any time in the game from the Styles tab. So don't worry about it, okay? Let's have a pink and mint tiger thing. Awful. Next of all, you go ahead and you name your character. So for the purpose of this video, I'm not going to name it, so we can leave it as no name. But that's it for this video, guys. I do hope you enjoyed. A quick brief overview of the powers and character creation. I hope it helped you choose what powers you're going to use in the future. If it did not, please tell me and I'll get on it straight away and make a decent video concentrating on everything. Okay. I have started uploading full walkthroughs of powers on my channel. I've got Nature Healing, Sorcery Healing, Earth Tanking and Earth Melee DPS. There's going to be a lot more of them to come in the future, so if you'd like to see more in-depth reviews on support roles and damaging roles, then please subscribe to me and they will be uploaded whenever I get round to it. If you'd like to see a loadout on a certain power next week or something, leave it in the comment section below and I'll try and get round to it as quick as I can. Okay? That's all for now, guys, from me and this pink minty tiger guy. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next episode. See you later, guys.